It's tea time.
Hello! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. Kat, thank you so much for the resub. We are 1 month away from having a friendship baby. So exciting. Hello, Mars. Thank you so much for the tea time. We do have our tea here. I literally just made it, so it is very hot right now. But cheers to you, sir. Shadow's very sus. I have these sandals that I'm breaking in, but because I have shoes on, Shadow thinks I'm going to try to abandon him at some point, so he is very suspicious. Aren't you, bud? I'm not going anywhere. Hey, we're not going anywhere. Do you want to say hi to the people? Yeah? Do you want to say hi to the people? Oh, sorry, baby. He's like, no, not really. Anyway, how is everyone doing today? How was your weekend? Excuse me. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. Sorry, Shadow is demanding 10 out of 10 attentions. Hey? Yeah, we gotta make a dress, Shadow. We can't make a dress and pet you at the same time. It's just not possible. Yeah? Have you received enough love? Yeah? He's like, no, never. It's never enough. Hey? Here you go. All better? Good boy. Anyways, I hope you guys are well. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a good Monday. I planted seeds on the weekend, which was very exciting. But I have to remind myself that even one of them, it takes at least like 10 days to germinate. So I'm not going to see anything for like at least a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I have to resist the urge to like constantly go and check on them. But the desire to do so is real. But yeah. It was okay. Yes, you had to go to the funeral. Yes. You had to interact with the bigoted family members. How did that go? You got bit by bugs the whole time? That's rough. Then it was awkward Father's Day breakfast. Oh, okay. Was it awkward Father's Day breakfast just because it's awkward with your dad, or just because it was also with all the family members that you don't know? Or all of the above? It was okay, we didn't stay for food. Oh, that's good. Did you do your queer nails? Either your bi or your rainbow nails? I know you were thinking of doing like subtle protest of like, here are my nails. Yeah. No, you didn't have time. Aw, damn. Aw. Oh well. That's all right. We know they were painted in spirit. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're finally gonna put our two pieces, our two dress panels together today. I spent the weekend / yesterday finishing the back panel and also starting to sort out my seams. I haven't done the two seams on the front panel, so that's what we're gonna do today before we get started by stitching everything together, which is wild because if we've done this correctly, then that means we're gonna have a tube that sort of kind of maybe looks for like a dress, kind of. So, do it for the next family gathering? Absolutely, you should. You should. But yeah, I have these sandals, so if you hear like a shop, it's my sweaty ass feet coming apart from the flip-flops. They're like fancy shoes that I'm trying to break in. I don't think they need much breaking in. I just feel like I probably should wear them for a decent amount of time before I'm expected to like dance at 2 weddings in them. You know what I mean? So, hi Aurora, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are good. Oh, we also got some rain, some much needed rain here, which was awesome. There was a big thunder boom in the morning. So Shadow and I were in bed snuggling and it went boom and he was like, what was that? And I was like, don't worry, buddy. I got you. I got you. Good news. Amazing. Oh, that's so good. When is it? They've actually done it and it's not taken a million years to reschedule. That's so good. So good to hear. Amazing. Oh, that's not too far away then as well. So that's good. You're not waiting like 6 months. Oh, yay. Ironic. Yeah, exactly. Ironic. It's true. But that's so good. Title pun. Yes, exactly. I was thinking about it all weekend, Saul, to make sure I didn't forget, because I was going to honor your request to make the address title pun. And I finally made it happen. I don't know if it's very witty, but I did include both. And so, check. How are you, sir? I hope you are well. Guys, Saul got to 800 followers yesterday, which is wild and amazing. And he deserves all the kudos and congratulations because he is super freaking fantabulous. So if you're not already following him, I don't know why you're not. Go do that. But yeah, how are you doing, sir? I hope things are good. Our plan today is to finally sew these two dress halves together. But first we need to finish our seams. So we are doing that right now. I've already done the back panel, but now I gotta do the front panel. And I'm getting better. I think over the weekend it was good because I kind of figured out my iron settings. I did have to get a visit by our friend, Mr. Seam Ripper again. But I'm feeling a lot more confident and or optimistic about this whole situation, which is good. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, slowly getting the hang of things. Bit drowsy. Oh, your assessment went well. Oh, cool. Was that, I didn't know you had to go for an assessment. Was that for your hands? Or was that your monthly, by the way, still can't do the thing assessment? Either way, I'm glad they went well. Geez, lots to celebrate. I feel like there's been lots to celebrate this week. I'm like, Aurora's got a new operation date for her little one. Kat survived her awkward, distant family funeral situation. Saul got to 800, had a good assessment. Everything is going awesome. I planted seeds and I'm gonna patiently await their germination. It's meant to take about 10 days. Well, the marigolds are meant to take 10 days. 10 to 15. The snapdragons are meant to take 15 to 20, and the lavender is meant to take 20 to 40. So nothing's gonna happen with some for like a month, so I have to be like really patient. I had to go to London for a medical assessment to see if I need extra support. They mainly discuss my mental health. Oh, that's amazing! Oh, that's so good to hear. I'm glad that you feel like you got a good vibe from the person doing the assessment. Also, in weird news, I'm either pregnant or I've pulled a muscle in a horrible place. Well, I'm not sure which outcome you want more. I'm not sure if we've had the discussion, if you have any interest in having children. So this could either be really exciting news or like really bad news, depending on what your viewpoint is about it all. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. You prefer, yeah. It can still, if it's still a goal for you, I feel like there are ways to make it happen, possibly. I know it's not like for everyone, but it is still, I don't know. There was a woman that Liam worked with who I think was like either like just recently had turned 40 and she was having her first child. Because she was like real, I think she was, I don't know, she just like climbed the corporate ladder and was like super in career mode. But we'll see. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it is interesting, because I feel like, you know, what was it? Wasn't it like Robert De Niro just had his, like, 7th kid at, like, 80-something? Mind you, I'm sure his 29-year-old girlfriend / the various nannies they have in their life will take care of the child. But I think sometimes people get concerned that they're, like, not fit enough or something like that. I don't know, man. I feel like if you wanted to, you could do it, and we would support you and be excited and proud of you. But I also get how people get to a certain point and they go, nah, man. Couldn't imagine. Yeah. I know, right? I think it was both. I think it was Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. I think both of them are in their 80s, and they've recently had children with their, like, 28-year-old girlfriends. And apparently the woman who is, I think, Al Pacino's baby mama, she also previously dated Mick Jagger. So I'm like, kudos to her, girl, get your bag, you know? It's one of those where I'm just like, people do what they want to do to get what they want to get, and kudos and power to you, you know? Because if that shit goes south, you get, potentially, alimony checks forever. I think it's alimony. Childcare? I don't know. I don't know what the term is called. But you get paid to help look after your child. Right? That's a thing. It's definitely a thing in celebrity worlds. Child support, that's the term I was looking for. But yeah. Exactly, right? That's one of those things where you're just like, hey man, get the bag. I saw a meme, it was like, good for her. It's like, sure. Alright. Okay, we're gonna iron down these seams here. And then we're gonna go over to the sewing machine. Exactly! There's plenty of options. If that is the want, you know? I never assume people want or don't want. Some people genuinely don't. Some people do, but they can't. Some people do, and they're good. Like, you never know. You're leaning towards a pulled muscle. Right. Oh, interesting. Picos Fates. I didn't realize that. I guess that kind of makes sense in a way. Because it's all about, I assume, like, a lot of the issues and stuff like that are, like, that happen with the actual eggs themselves. And obviously, as you get older, you have less eggs. So I guess less potential pain management symptoms. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, the hormones kind of back off. Yeah. We're all just egg hoarders. Maybe. Absolutely. Yeah. And I also think too, like, I know it's not the same as like having your own children, stuff like that, but I also do feel like there's something to be said about being a supportive adult figure in the lives of the children that already exist in your life. Like, you may not be doing the day-to-day raising of them. You could take on a bit more responsibility with, like, you know, your nieces and nephews or your, you know, friends' kids and stuff like that. Like, it does take a village, and so I feel like you can still get that maternal, paternal, family rearing stuff through the other, like, your friends' kids, you know what I mean? I do think there is a capacity for that. I know it's not exactly the same, that's like, you know what I mean? But I think everyone, like, a lot of people, especially if they have the capacity and the desire to nurture, I think sometimes it helps to be able to think outside of the box of how you're able to fulfill that nurturing ability, you know? Yeah. That's cool. That's nice. I like that. That is the plan, Kat. We hope it's in Michigan, right? That's our goal. Yeah, I think that's cool too. I think that's actually a really, like, if that's something that you want to do, I think that that's really awesome, because I do think a lot of people when they want to adopt, they want a baby so they can, like, mold it in their image. It's almost like this thing where even though like kids that are like under a year old can still have, like, they've already started developing. They've already started developing within the realm of their, like, birth families and stuff like that. But there is that thing where a lot of older kids get aged out of a system, or, like, they just, I don't know, they become undesirable because I guess they're, like, too set in their ways and you can't, like, mold them to be, like, mini versions of you that a lot of adults try to do with their children, as opposed to just, like, yeah, you come with all this history and you've developed in this specific way and we love you just as much and even more for it, you know what I mean? So I feel like there needs to be more people like you, Kat, who have that mentality, that are like, no, older kids are just as worthy of being adopted as babies. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Aurora. That's the thing where you're like, okay, I'm going to be that positive influence in your life because I see that you don't necessarily have that positive influence. Yeah, I think that that's, like, mentorship in all aspects of life, I think, is really important. And that comes from, like, mentoring the next generation to, like, having mentors in, like, career options, or having mentors in just, like, a lot of stuff, you know, creativity mentors, even, like, I'm sure, like, even financial mentors is probably a thing, even if it's not, like, explicitly, like, somebody who's kind of like, okay, I don't know how the hell this money finance things work. There is surrogacy too. I don't know what the rules of surrogacy are in the UK. I know it's a thing in the US. I think it is a private thing, so you gotta have, like, hella money for that. But I remember, I don't think it's legal in Canada. But I could be mistaken. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Yeah! Yeah, the Plucky Foster Kid movie. There's actually a really good one too, like a more recent one. I think Rose Byrne is in it, and the girl who plays Dora in Dora the Explorer, she was in it. I can't remember what the name of the film was called, but they decide to adopt, like, 3 kids because they don't want to separate all of the siblings. And one of them, I think they're, like, a teenager, a child, and, like, a kind of young child. And so these parents adopt all of them. And it's a really good movie. It's a very touching movie, I find. Yeah. A healthy overall budget for surrogacy can vary from 20 grand to 80 grand. Damn. Yeah. I know somebody, because the other thing too is, because there's surrogacy, and then there's things like if the goal is still to try to have your own children, there's like IVF. But then I know there's a woman I know who's currently going through the process. They tried IVF, but now they went somewhere to look for an egg donor. So still for them to be able to have their own children, but I guess their eggs are not healthy enough or whatever. And so I didn't even know this was an option, that you could get an actual egg donor. I was aware of, like, sperm donors and stuff like that, but yeah, that was different to me. I don't know if it was successful or not, but yeah. Alright, So we are going to sew down our seams, and then once we do that, we can put our item together, which is nuts. I'm gonna take this shoe off for this. I don't trust myself. I feel like I'm gonna be too heavy-handed. Oh yeah, so these are the earrings that inspired everything. So the reason why I thought I would finally wear them today, because the whole reason why I started this process of like I need a green dress, a green formal dress, is so they could go with the mushroom earrings. But yeah, so that this is what started this whole process. But yeah, I did notice that these edges seem to like really like to fray a lot, so I think it's very important that we are finishing our edges. After we stick these two things together, I just realized too, oh no, we have to finish the legs. So we're gonna stick the two together, and then we're gonna do a slit in the leg, so that's gonna require some effort. Okay, cool, so there's stuff, because I was just thinking, when we get to a specific point in the process, I actually have to go back and watch that stitch along video series I was watching, because I only got up to a certain point and then got overwhelmed and was like, we got to get to that point before we watch it. But I think we still have enough steps that like we're not going to get to a point I'm like, shit, I don't know what we're doing. I still know, kind of, roughly, vaguely. We still know what's going on. Oh, guys. It was super cute, but so you know how I said that I wanted to get this done in 6 streams before my parents get back from Italy. So my parents are coming back from Italy, and then they're here for 4 days before they officially fly back to Canada for real, and I'm trying not to think about that, because obviously I want them to be accessible to me all the time, because I miss them a lot, but we're not thinking about that. The best thing is my mom messaged me, and she goes, I think we need to have a nostalgia family Twitch stream special event when we come back from Italy. So you heard it here first, guys. On the Tuesday, so a week from today, you guys are gonna get to meet my mom. Officially. Via the stream, not just in the chat. So she's gonna, I don't know, so basically I think that there's less pressure to finish the dress, because I think on the Tuesday we can maybe officially finish it, unless she wants to do something else. I don't know. Maybe she just wants to hang out. I'm not sure. I don't know what she has in store, but I think if we decide like, okay, we'll basically there's 1 day's less pressure to finish everything. So yeah, I don't know if this means my dad's also coming on the stream. I don't think so. I think it's just my mom. Maybe my dad will pop by and like say, yo, or something. I don't know. But yes, specifically from the horse's mouth, my mom said we must have family Twitch time, and I was like, absolutely, granted. So I still want to try to get obviously as much of this done as possible, but there's less pressure now. We now have 7 days instead of 6 days, like the ring. 7 streams, but you know, we're not gonna like die at the end of the 7 streams. We're gonna have a completed dress at the end of the 7 streams. So like a much happier, fun version of the ring. I've never actually seen the ring. I just know it was like, I remember when because I know it's originally, is it a Japanese horror film? And they remade it. And I remember the remake being like a cultural zeitgeist in like the 7 days. And I think The Grudge was another one as well. Like these remakes of, I think, Japanese horror movies that then got remade for an American audience. And I don't like scary movies, so I haven't seen any of them, but I was aware enough of the cultural zeitgeist to understand the references, you know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, I bet that's what's gonna happen, definitely. She's gonna demand it. She's gonna be like, we need to sing karaoke. Yup. Definitely. You know what song, actually? I don't know if you guys are aware of the song. So, my parents' karaoke song is Love Shack by the B-52s. That's one of their favorite duets to sing. So maybe I'll I'll replace my dad in that one. Excellent. So in addition to finally planting, so I've planted snapdragons, lavender, and marigolds. I have to go to the garden center tomorrow because the one we went to over the weekend didn't have a rhododendron, which apparently we need to have because my mom says they can't grow them in Alberta, so we have to get a rhododendron in honor of my mom. But they didn't have any at the store, so I have to go tomorrow and get one and plant it. But in addition to planting my seeds and stuff, I finally got mulch. So it's like bark, tree bark essentially, that helps retain moisture, and it also helps like make things really pretty. And so I finally got to mulch like one section of the garden, and it looks so good, and I'm so happy. I will post like finished garden photos when it's finally all done. But the first mulching, the first set of mulch has been laid, and I'm very excited and happy about it. I just freaking love mulch, guys. Love mulch. Hate tiny little pebbles. Hate pebbles. That's the worst. That's what I've been trying to replace in our one back. We have like 3 sections of garden in our backyard. And so the one section was all full of pebbles, but like everything got overgrown in there, and so the pebbles are meant to stop things from growing through, but they just got so sparse and few and far between that it just made it a real pain in the ass. So all pebbles do now are get in the way of you digging holes and tilling soil to get things ready to plant. So I've been in the process of trying to excavate all of those stones from this patch of garden, and it is the bane of my existence. So I hate stones, love mulch. That's my gardening PSA for the day. Though we did move all of the stones to one section in our front garden just because we want to not take a million trips to the dump with rubble bags for the pre-existing stones. So we're going to repurpose them, but only in one area, and we're going to densely pack the shit out of it so it actually does what it's supposed to do. Janky, but it's fine because it's just a seam. All right, so we're gonna trim our little bits, edge pieces. We're gonna iron this out, and then we're gonna put everything together, which is kind of scary, but we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so we're gonna pin the 2 sides together, stitch one side all the way down, and stitch the second side to a specific point, because that's where the slit's gonna go. And then we need to do the same thing we did with the armholes, so where we fold everything 5/8 of an inch and then fold under 1/4 of an inch to help finish the edge. That's what we're going to be doing on the leg hole, so it has the same nice finish that the armholes do. And it's also very similar to the back panel that I did. I didn't show you guys because I attached them together. And it's like a keyhole back, so I had to do something very similar with that as well. Okay, let's turn you guys around. Go back to the ironing station. Oh, you can move your hand. That's cool. Okay. We're gonna go back over here. We're going to twist you guys over here. Hello. Make sure we can see each other. Cool. Yeah. So we're going to iron the seams we just sewed. They're kind of janky, but it's fine. It's just to catch all the frays. Yeah, I didn't catch some of them, but this is all gonna get folded in anyway, so it should be fine. Oh, I didn't sew this part. I was convinced that we were sitting down at the sewing machine for so long that I had done both of the seams, but I had only just done one. So we gotta go sit back down. So whoops. Let's go back over here. Let's grab some tea while we're at it. Turn you back around. Move you guys over here so we can see each other again. Take a sip of tea. All right. Other seam. Cool. Let's do this again. So again, what we're doing is we're just finishing our seam. So we folded everything, we folded things over a 1/4 of an inch. Sorry, my boob is itchy. It still is. Anyway, we folded over a 1/4 of an inch, ironed it down, and so we're just sewing that just to make sure we catch all of the like fraying bits. It is a singer. It is a singer. How did you know? It's fine. Funny somebody like the beat, yeah. Yeah, we can't understand the lyrics, but you know. Alright, that's getting folded over so we don't care. Mind you, it's a very, inconsistent beat, that's for sure. It's experimental, you know, it's an experimental musical genre, so it has very inconsistent sounds. Yeah. I did backstitch for 2 seconds, so that's how you know. So at the beginning and end of every of every line, we do a little backstitch, so you hear the tiny snippet of that. All right. trying really hard to just like be consistent on the pedal, but it scares me. So that's why we're stopping and starting so much. I'm like, damn. Okay, let's try. Let's try to do like a decent multi-second run. That was okay. That's still a bit nerve-wracking. I don't know, it feels like it's gonna go off the rails. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're doing not too bad. Once we finish this, we then iron everything, and then we pin everything together and hope for the best. So, I feel like that's a very niche London joke. I feel like a lot of people do know. If you are aware of the different districts in London, then you get it. But if you don't, that'll go whoosh, right over your head. But I liked it. Does that matter? No, I think it's fine. Okay. Cosmo, so sorry much for that. Maybe this is Silent Disco Drag Tour. That sounds incredible, Cosmo. Are you kidding me? That sounds so good. Silent Disco. To be fair, I think one time I was walking around London and I did see a bunch of people with headphones on doing like a silent disco thing. That's fun. I once did a silent disco for work, like when I used to work at a youth center. And it was so funny though because we had people doing an office upstairs. So we basically would run like youth groups. And over the summer holidays we would do like themed events and stuff like that. And so we did that. So you hire a company and they basically get you a bunch of headphones that are all synced to a specific Bluetooth signal, and then you play music on that, and so it doesn't disturb everyone around you, but everyone can dance. But the problem is exactly what you said, Cosmo. Everybody's singing. So when we had our office, like our room downstairs, so it's like we'd run these kids programs, but there was a working office above us with our colleagues. And I just remember me and my manager at the time scream singing Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi in the middle of the afternoon. So people were definitely doing their jobs during this time. And it's like they can't hear the music because it's a silent disco. So all they could hear was us a cappella scream singing to this song while we were having a freaking amazing time. But yeah, highly recommend the silent disco. That's so awesome that you did that. Let's move us back over here. I'm gonna twist this around to make it easier. Sort of, something like that. Sort of, kind of, maybe. All right. So now let's sew. Okay, we've already ironed that seam. Let's now iron this seam. Oh, really? You're saying it's honestly the Bon Jovi songs, you can't. Yeah. Yeah. There's just certain songs that you are contractually obligated to sing along to when they come on the radio. It's just like a fact, you know? I respect that, you know, music enjoyment is subjective and not everybody is going to want to rock out to the same songs, but, you know, as a universal rule. There are certain songs. Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi is one of them. Bohemian Rhapsody is another, and you best believe you also have to sing along to all of the musical instrument breaks as well. There's just some unwritten rules that must be followed when specific songs come on. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you that's what they are. Cosmo, have you gone to any other fun Pride events, or was this your first one? There's been some, well, I say there's been some. I've only been in London, and I saw this one, like, interactive display where they had this, like, big sort of cubed room, and they had projections on the walls, and it was, like, this immersive commentary on love. And so there were all these, like, floating emojis in this cube room that people could, like, stand next to, and then it could, like, bombard you with, like, heart emojis and, like, all the different, like, rainbow flags and, like, queer flags and all that kind of stuff. And so it was very cool. But I feel like there was multiple events going on. What makes Luke Skywalker's real planet? Ha ha! Han Solo. Ba-doom. I like it. So you can tell that Saul's in a good mood because he's back on his pun game, and I appreciate it very much. I love when you're hearing whichever version of you I get, but, you know, Puntastic Saul is just like chef's kiss, you know? Alright. I just, like, plopped this. I love how I just ironed this and then went poof and plopped it on the ground. And by the ground, I mean the table. But it's okay. We're just ironing out the seams. So this is the back piece of the dress. So it was two pieces that I then sewed together. And so this is gonna be like a keyhole back here. And so then I did press and sew the seams on the back of this yesterday. But we probably would have done this at the end of the year. Okay, yeah. Oh, no way. Oh, so this was for a holiday as well. That's even cooler. That's even cooler. Oh, what an awesome vacation memory. What an awesome vacation memory. Drag Silent Disco in Soho for Pride Month. Incredible. Yes, I've heard that Brighton does a really nice Pride event. I don't know if I did just iron these last night, but I'm just re-ironing. Actually, I should also. Yeah, Brighton's awesome. Brighton's legit. I'm just gonna move my beverages off the table because we need the full table space for what we are about to accomplish together. Which is pinning the shit out of these two sides. Soldiers. Ha! I love it. It's true. Though, you know, pun aside, if I was going to command an army based on a particular craft, I would probably choose needle felters because the instruments are much more pointy and could inflict actual damage. Not to say that I guess there's quite a few tools in a sewer's arsenal that could inflict damage. I just feel like of all of the crafting apparatuses, I have inflicted the most pain upon myself with a needle felting needle. But, you know, I guess you could, like, if you had a cordless iron, you could do some damage. I think we'll be back. It was a good visit. Oh, yeah. That's not good in the heat. I think they do that. I don't know. I think that's like a specific rule that they have with, depending on how high up you are in a building. I think they need to do that to, it sounds really dark, I think to discourage people from jumping. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do think that there are rules about that. Yeah. Oh my god, needle felting would be so fun. Yeah. A needle felted army would be legitness. Once we finish this dress, I do want to do more needle felting because I have a vision, like most of my crafting visions, that involve mushrooms. And I want to use my little mushroom identification book that I have to, like needle felt different little mushroom dudes. Different types of mushrooms on little wooden discs. I think that would be cool. Alright. So I'm going to, I don't know, should I re-iron that one? Maybe. So let's just read our instructions first. Yeah, stitch the backs to the front, stitch back to front at the sides, having the armhole edges even, leaving the right seam free. Okay. So we need to do back sides together. So we are going to put this over here. So we want to put the wrong sides together, which means we need the right side up for this one. And then we're going to attach it to that side here. We don't have a big enough table for this. No mushroom. Listen. So, all right. It's gonna hang off the side, but we are gonna do our best. Now, is this? Okay, this isn't the side we have to leave exposed, which is fine. So I'm like, okay, so if we do this, and we push this to the side as much as possible, put you guys here. We're gonna go back and iron the other one fully, just because now I'm paranoid about that. And then we'll match everything up, and then we will spend a million years sewing. So thankfully, because we have a 5/8 seam allowance, the 1/4 inch fold that we put on the item, the seam allowance is like just after that, so I don't think I need to mark everything out as long as I sew just kind of around, like just after where I did my seam finishing sew, I think we'll be all right. I did that when I stitched the two back pieces together, and as far as I know, it worked. So we're just gonna do the same thing again. All right. Listen, sir. No, don't stop. I seriously love it. I do. I will never get tired of a pun. I think that that is genuinely, like, my main source of humor. Like, certain, you know, like, jokes and things, yeah, cool. But I'm like, if this is a pun, sign me up. Don't stop. Don't stop the puns. Don't stop. Don't stop the puns. Don't stop. Don't stop the puns. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, don't do it. Tash will never understand. Uh-oh. Apparently puns are contagious, you guys. Puns are contagious. Saul has infected Aurora with the puns, with the power of the pun. Don't vent your steam at me. The power of the pun. It's contagious. I love it. I'll iron those out for you real quick, Saul. You creasing? There's an iron for that. Okay. Once this is done, so it's gonna be very important. Look at those. Oh, okay. I don't know why that one got me so much harder than all the other ones. Why? Why was that the best one so far? I don't know. That one actually, I think because it was like unexpected. I was reading it like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. And I don't think I was expecting a pun. But yeah, I think that one was really good. Oh, iron deficiency, love it. I think because it's a pun and it's like a health joke at the same time. I don't know, man. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right, ironing, done. Now we must do the intimidating task of matching all the things up together. I think for the sake of the table not being big enough, we're gonna focus on one side at a time. I think the main thing we need to do is, what is it? We gotta be really careful about matching up the armholes, I think. Yeah, we must have the armhole edges even. That is the most important. Make sure we're attaching. This is where we find out that the armholes are drastically not the same size. They're kind of not, but it's fine. Well, they wouldn't be because they obviously have to account for like a bust and stuff. It's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. So I think for what words? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna twist you guys over here. We're going to bring the tea back over here in the water. We've got to stay hydrated. And we are going to pin both points of the armholes, and then we're going to pin the bottom And once all 3 of those points are leveled out, then we're going to continue with all of the other pins. Sound sort of kind of maybe like a plan? Hopefully. So. The other thing too is because, all right. Yeah. Okay. Because this is, because we're threading stuff through here. Oh, right. Duh. Okay. My brain is like, how do I sew these sides? You don't sew the sides because they're the armhole, you dingus. Okay, so we're just sewing for placement purposes. That's what we're doing. Sewing for placement purposes, but we're not actually sewing these areas because we need them to stay together. Okay. We got there in the end. Sort of. Okay. Top piece not being sewn, but needs to be together. There. Armhole seams need to match up.
It's tea time.
Thank you for that. Give me 1 tick. Yeah, this is kind of long, but it should be okay. Now, I assume that as long as these points are matched up, it shouldn't matter. Now I'm convinced, though, that I didn't sew them properly, but I don't know. I can't. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, tea. Cheers. All right. Oh, I just realized, Unapologetic Sweet, thank you very, very much for the follow. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry I missed that by like a half hour. My apologies. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we're 1 away from 330, which means we're 4 away from 333, which is half of the number of the beast. Just saying. All right. Let's hope this is straight enough. Okay. Kind of. Is it really? Oh, I get it. Right. Holy schmoly. Touche. I love that. I love how I didn't know. I just thought that it was half the number of the beast and not that it was in direct mockery of... That 666 was in direct mockery of a holy number. Shows how much I know about that kind of shiz, eh? Whoops. Alright. So, you are stitched on, kind of. Now we need to match up our edges. So, we are gonna hem this. So I don't know if it matters 100%. It probably should. I don't know. I don't know. Let's scooch down. Okay. go. Yeah. Little dot, little dot. If we match those up, that will also be helpful. Okay. So, center of that goes into the center of this. So that is not lined up. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. Do I want a small town grumpy? Ooh, small town grumpy dad falls in love or rockstar bodyguard. Yeah, rockstar bodyguard, I think. That's giving like Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner vibes. Okay, is that lined up? It seems like it. Okay, so we have 3 main points of lining up edge. Even if we suggested it and you didn't read, we'll always love you. Did they actually? I didn't know that. Okay, why are the bottoms so not even? Is that only because that I don't have enough table room to make this fully happen? That's what I'm gonna go with, because I think this is meant to... Making money in movies, yeah. Okay, why are you so uneven? Okay. Riddle me this, dress. Did I make these? So, what am I? Okay. In this instance, is the goal to match the edges up? I assume so. But you're so not equal. How did that happen? Okay. We are still gonna do the method where we match this up and go from there. I do know I kind of cocked up my seam allowance when I was, like, the edges when I was measuring. So I think as long as it's, like, mostly accurate, I think it should be fine. Famous last words. You can just remind me. Sorry, I don't know. You guys were here supervising me when I cut these, so if they're uneven, can I partially blame you guys? No, I don't think so. Okay, I think... Yeah, this is really... You can blame me if you want. No. Okay, let's flip this over. Let's assess. Let us assess the situation. You might need to put the iron on the ground, maybe, to help us solve our conundrum. Because it's real. Because this has a lot of slack. Why is the back so much longer? We're uneven. No. Okay. If we look at these pieces as well, are they also very drastically uneven? Because if they are, then maybe it does, I don't know. Flip this over and assess. Yeah. I'm trying to, I don't know why, but I'm like, oh, maybe if it's flipped, then it won't, then we can, okay. So the back is a lot longer, but I think if that's the case, as long as the armholes are even, then we can always just remove the excess. Because it's the back panel that's long, and the back panel, like, doesn't matter as much, you know what I mean? In terms of, like, shape and size, you know what I mean? It's the front panel that we're worried about in terms of, like, making sure that this is correct. So maybe we just pin it as long as the edges are lined up, and then if it goes past the point of the back panel, then we just trim the excess. Do we think that that's an appropriate method of moving forward? The only thing, I guess, is we've finished these edges. And so these two need to be lined up. And that is important. But I think past this point, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Stick a pin in it and go have a beer. You mean a gluten-free one, right? I was talking to my brother-in-law about a tattoo on my other arm to balance it out. Ooh, we're gonna do a line of 4 critters walking, similar to the... Oh, cute! Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so cool. I think that's awesome. Don't put glue in the beer tash. Yeah, well, no promises. Okay, yeah. So I think that's what the plan is. The plan is to, because as long as this is even, that's what we're gonna do. That's the plan, and we're sticking to it. Because I think it is gonna be really long anyway. So if it's as long as the markings match up, the rest is irrelevant. I hope. I kind of want the possum to be screaming. Yes! Ah! Yeah, it just means he's the lead singer of the band of trash animals. I like it. Okay. So, this one and this one are lined up. That is what matters. The trash pack. Yeah, we need trash puns. That's actually, I feel like that would be a legit band name, like the Trash Compactors. If it doesn't exist, I feel like it should. I know it's like just an object. Those puns will be garbage. Hey. All right, okay, so this guy's lined up. This guy's lined up. We're gonna do the same on the other side. I just wanna make sure that the pins are going the same way. Maybe we need to put them this way. Okay, how are we going to be sewing them on the machine? We're gonna actually be sewing them this way. So we actually need to change the orientation of these pins. Trash pun's been there, done that. Yay! Alright. So let's swap where these are going, because we're going to be sewing them along that line. So this we don't care about as much. This is also very long in the back. But it's fine, it's fine. Trash test dummies, yo! I like that, I like that. Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay. So we are going to make sure these are lined up. I'm now incredibly paranoid about whether or not these actually are. Center. Okay, you stabby through the center. And then you need to be stabbed through the center here. Okay. Okay. Nostalgia try. It's true. It's true. No, that is... I feel like that's kind of low-key just become my alter ego because, you know, to be fair though, the last few people we've rated in, like newly rated into, have actually pronounced the R, or didn't pronounce an R, didn't pretend there was an R in there, whereas some people do. They had a song that I played constantly as a child, and my sis got so mad at me. Trash Test Dummies. Yeah, I think they're a Canadian band. Is that the one, are they the ones who do that, like, mumbly song? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, Saul, you've not seen this, because you're usually gone by the time we raid out. I think probably, maybe we're at a 50-50 now. Yes, that song. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I know I have it on a compilation album, but the only part I remember is that but yeah, Saul, the few times we've raided in, I want to say it's maybe like 20% now. 20% of the people we raid into pronounce my name as Nostalgia Trash. But I'm not mad about it because my in-laws tried to get my nephew to call me anti-trash. It never clicked on though, thankfully. But, you know, so I'm not offended by it at all. I'm like, yeah. I feel like Craft Goblins and Trash Pandas, like, you know, the line, there's parallels. I do feel like there's parallels between the two. So I'm not upset about it at all. All right, let's get this shit on the road. Okay, these pieces, I guess I just need to be like really, I think, I don't know. Part of me is wondering if maybe the wonkiness of my seam finishing is what has gotten us to this point. I'm not sure. Okay. The song has some weird lyrics. Craft Gremlin, yes. Reading Gremlin, Both acceptable gremlins. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna twist this around. We will get these two pieces sewn together, so help me God. It's just, you know. We're just a bit concerned about, see, and this was all going so well. I was like getting so pumped about it, but I was concerned that all the shit will hit the fan when we go to finally put these two pieces together. But we're gonna try our best. My smut does not know what time it is. Smut is all the yeah. All day, every day, we be smuttin'. Cat be smuttin' all day, every day. Okay, we're just gonna put this here. This. I'm like, did I mismeasure? I don't think I did. So I don't know. Aw, man. I read this weekend that was an alien who literally kidnapped his neighbor. She was fine with it. An alien kidnapped their neighbor. That was the one. You finished it, but begrudgingly. Maybe they were just so into aliens that it didn't matter to them that they were taken against their will. They're like, you know? It's like, I'm sure there's some people out there that it's like if a vampire enslaved them, they'd be like, yeah. She actually was. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it was like that was her low-key lifelong dream. Okay, so again, through the center of this, through the center of that. These two pieces are now together. All right. Oh, to be enslaved by a vampire? Fair enough, man. I'm like, I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. I don't know what undead creature or what fantastical creature I would be like true with being, you know what I mean? Like, what would I low-key be okay with being enslaved by? What mythical creature? Don't know. Like Eric from True Blood, fair enough. New ideas for one off stream, late night Tash. What does that entail? Please explain. Is this just me like interviewing people, or is this what to what degree? Or do you just mean like Tash After Dark, where you read saucy novels and I can read into you for a change? Could you imagine? I think I might get scandalized. Okay, we're gonna start pinning all of this down. Late night Tash, yeah. Just a one-off. Chris had one of the she's allowed and I was blushing the whole time. Yeah. I mean, we've not, done any sort of like channel point challenge in a while. Would that also get me like banned though? Could we get a guideline strike for such things? I don't know. But we could do channel point redeem late night Tash After Dark. It will be very incomprehensible because I've told you guys my brain shuts off at like 6 p.m. So I think it could get very unhinged. Okay. Oh, interesting. Sharing erotica is oh. There you go. Want want. It can never come to fruition. We could do spooky stories instead. I don't know. That also feels like, you know, late night content. Is like ghost stories. Okay. Very concerned about this, but tentatively we're just going with it. Don't know. Choose your own adventure. That would be fun. Would people be into that though? I don't know if like just me reading shit would be interesting. I'd have to find a way. Like I get the choose your own adventure. We'd have to workshop it. We have to workshop the option. But yes. Okay. Did we sort of kind of do the thing? Yes. All right. I'm gonna pin the other side before we continue, just so that everything is sort of together in some capacity. This is just so not... I'm hoping that it is uneven because like it needs to, because it needs to have like a three-dimensional shape. That's the only like thing that I'm thinking is why this is happening, because everything is going to like, it needs to take on a three-dimensional form, and so things are not going to be 100% even out the gate. That's my only like saving grace for all of this. Okay. Let's now attach the other sides. Let's take another sip of tea. Excuse me. All right. Ooh. Almost dropped the pen. So I'm gonna try not to, because I do think that there is a bit of stretch to this, and so I don't know if that also is part of the reason why this has happened. So I'm just trying to very like delicately pin everything together and hope for the best. I do wonder, I don't know, because the other thing too is we did adjust the torso portion of the dress, but we did the same measurements on both sides. So like, I get, you know, obviously there's like cutting error, but it wouldn't be so much that it would cause such a drastic discrepancy in the lengths of the fabric. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys. We're being optimistic. We're being optimistic, and you know, if it's... Because after we sew these together, the next step is making like the neck... I was gonna say neck scarf. Basically the like string that's gonna be holding the neck together. So... in the event that this is like, you know, we've like foobarred this, we can assess. It's basically the things, until we stick the like elastic waist binding in, it's all still feasibly fixable. You know what I mean? So if yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we don't even rush it. I know. If there's any dressmaking expert words, now would be the time for somebody to utter them. But until then, we just continue and hope for the best. We will just have faith. Like George Michael said. So this one we gotta pin all the way down. It's not turtles all the way down, it's pins all the way down. You're doing fabulous, thank you. We just, you know, gotta make sure this fits. Though, we do have you need my, it's true, I do. Come on, Shadow, learn how to get opposable thumbs, my dude. If Shadow could get opposable thumbs and just know how to make dresses, that would be fabulous. But also, yes, the mice from Cinderella, please and thank you. I just need like a chorus of mice to come along and be like, we can do it, we can do it. Right. We also do have, this is our first time making a dress, you guys, so it's not necessarily going to be 100% perfect. And also, if this is just so not acceptable to wear to a formal wedding, we do have a backup dress that has been purchased, so we're not, like, totally screwed. Also, the aforementioned weddings are not until, August and September, so there's plenty of time to fix this as well. But yeah, for whatever reason, this is hella puckered. See, I don't know what to do. Like, so we're trying to match this lineup and this lineup. And if there is excess puckering going on, I don't know how to get rid of that in a way that doesn't shift everything. Like, I can just try to make sure that when I'm sewing, I put the foot down to, like, almost, like, cinch the pucker down. I don't know. I think that happened when we were doing, like, when I was sewing another piece and I went to go sew it and it was like, yeah, like puckered like this, but when you take the pin out, it just moves the pucker down the line and then you end up with something really mismatched. So I'm going to try to catch some of these folds, catch these hands, catch these folds as we sew and hope that that is okay. Hope that it is acceptable. Yeah, because we got a good, like, I don't know. How much? Who's a pucker? You're a pucker. You're a mother pucker. Just kidding. That was rude. I'm so sorry. That was aggressive. Yeah. We have, like, over half an inch discrepancy. Yeah, I bet. All the puck puns from the hockey books. And they're probably, yeah, I was gonna say, they're all scandalous puns, aren't they? Aw, I just thought of one. In the hockey romance, if there was any, like, double teaming of an individual, if there was any, like, if there was 3 people involved in the activities, did the person coming in say, I'm coming in for the assist? Because obviously when someone scores a goal and someone else has passed to them so they can score, that's called an assist. So I have a feeling that there was some assist puns happening with 3 individuals in the books as well. I'm wondering. No, I'm sure they have. My brain doesn't work. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're like, I don't have time to process what's actually going on. I just assume it's happening. I just assume. There's gotta be. In my very limited knowledge of hockey. Let's scooch on down the line. Might need to take a snack break as well. I'm a tomato right now. Garsh. I feel like that's like a goofy meme. I feel like there's like a goofy GIF or GIF, however you pronounce, where it's like Goofy and he's like twirling his ear and he's all blushing and he's like, Garsh. That's you right now. I don't know if the other again, I'm just speculating. Who knows? Yeah, that does seem like a lot. Like, I get how that's possible, obviously, but that's a lot. See, and also, the rude thing about that, which I feel like, let's have a larger discussion about expectations put on women, that in that situation, she's the one who has to multitask. There's a lot going on in there, and she's expected to be the bottom line in all of this. So there's no expectations for the dudes to be multitasking. It's probably the girl who has to multitask, and that's just a larger socioeconomic discussion about, you know, the unnecessary labor balance versus men and women, stereotypically. What did the mayonnaise say to the ketchup sauce in the running race? Are you gonna catch up? Ha ha! And the ketchup was like, no. That's good. I'm glad. See, gender equality. We love to see it. We love to see it. Did I read it wrong? What did the mayonnaise say to the tomato sauce in the running race? Are you going to catch up? Yeah. Like ketchup. Catch up. Catch up. I got it. Oh, did I say ketchup? Oh. Oh. I read the punchline before that. I see. My bad. My bad. I accept responsibility for that. My brain just auto-corrected tomato sauce as ketchup. I made it worse. Who? My brain just be out here auto-correcting and shiz. Okay. So we're ready to sew. I am concerned, but we're just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Ha ha! You're not getting any condiments from me. So basically the goal is to try to get all the wonkiness out of the back panel when attaching it to the front panel. Oh my god, what? Oh my god, what? What did I do? Whatever it was, I didn't do it. What happened? What happened? Oh geez. Oh geez, Scoob. What's going on? I'm afraid. Make a seasoned dressing fun. Oh. Seasoned dressing. Like a salad dressing? I don't know, man. How are we gonna make this happen? A seasoned dressing. Like a salad dressing? I see. Yeah, uh-huh. That was so much as an emergency. I don't know, man. It wasn't an emergency, but it was like giant brain blast needing immediate approval. Yes. Okay. We'll start scheming now. See, it could be salad dressing, but it also could be like a dressing, like a bandage dressing, because depending on how this goes, the next stream title might be like putting a dressing on my ego about making this dress. That might be the stream title if this goes tits up. That might be what it is. Okay, are we ready to sew? I believe so. I believe so. It's time to sew. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I think. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Should I... Let me just check. I believe I'm still okay with my logic. So it was... 1, 2... Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So... Goddamn. Okay, a 1/4 inch minus 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we removed 1/4 of an inch, which is 2 notches. So that means we only have... Okay, that's not the worst. Okay. Do I bother marking this? I think we're okay. I think as long as I follow along my overhang, we should be okay. So let it be said, so let it be done. All right. Are you ready, kids? Let's turn you over. There we go. Back over here. Okay. Okay. We'll stay over here. Yeah, okay. You stay there. Don't move. Don't move. I got you. Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Okay. What is going on here? Why are you so twisted? What is going on? There we go. Here. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, absorbent and yellow and porous as he. SpongeBob SquarePants. If nautical nonsense be something you wish, SpongeBob SquarePants. Then flop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob, ready? Blur, 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 blur. SpongeBob SquarePants. I feel like I remembered 90% of those lyrics. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, we need... Why aren't you staying under here? Under the foot. Nostalgia square dress. Yay! Okay, we need to pull this out. Hope to God that this is even. Scooch this over a smidge because I'm nervous. I just yeeted a pin somewhere. It's fine. The pin here's over here. Guys, this is chaotic. There we go. Okay, I think now we have everything we need. Possibly. Except, you know, the confidence. Right, so we're gonna backstitch first. Okay, and then we're gonna go forward, and we're gonna hope for the best. Trying to be optimistic. Ooh, we're doing it. We're making a sheath. We're sewing a tube. We're doing it. It's happening. What's that meme? What's that gif? The Office. I've never watched it. It's happening. sewing, sewing. What do we do when we're feeling stressed? We just keep sewing, 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 and hope for the best. Mars! We're not doing even flow again, that's for damn sure, sir. You gotta pick another song. But yes, let me know what we're gonna sew this line. Let me know what you would like to redeem. Oh! Wow. Everyone wants an encore performance of that one. That's alright, that's ooh. Don't know if my voice is warmed up enough for that, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. I was gonna say, it is. It's Stars in Your Mouth encore time. Give me a minute. Alright. At least now we have something to look forward to. I have something to look forward to now, Mars. Thank you for that. We will sing the song forthwith. See, we're starting. The puckering is happening. There. I think I fixed it, but I also may have made it worse. It's fine. It's fine. I would say, you know, we could do this on hard mode and I could try to sing while sewing, but that's just gonna cause problems. We're not gonna risk it for that biscuit, that's for sure. Okay. We'll do one side and then we will. I promise you. It's gonna happen. Pucker up and sew me. Sew it to me. I think we're past the halfway point. We got this, guys. We got this. Doesn't matter if the edges are uneven. Doesn't matter. We're back. The puckering is happening again. We're gonna try to fix that. Even. It's fine. Okay. We're almost done. Final stretch. Home stretch. All right. Finish this and then Stars in Your Mouth encore incoming. bunch. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. Hoo ha. Hoo ha. Let's just. We did it. One down. One to go. I am scared. But before we continue, I probably should have done them the other way. We do need to fix this because I do want to stitch it. Okay, we gotta flipper. We gotta, what is it? Missy Elliott, something, flip it and reverse it. We do need to flip these, but before we do, we have a song to sing. I need to drink some water because it's gonna be intense. Okay. Yeah, we gotta flip these buttons. Buttons? I don't know. Okay, let's drink the tea. Mars has requested a song, and we must oblige. The points have been redeemed. We've picked the song. Now let's do the thing. See if it's on here first. Interesting. It's not on Zoom. Let's find, what's the other one called? This guy, Sing King. There it is. So we need to pause this, bring this up, mute that, turn this up so I can hear what's going on. Go into full screen mode. Okay. We might have to, I don't know. We're gonna sit down for this. We're gonna sit down. All points have been counted and verified. Yeah. Okay, shh. It's fine. Okay. Well, should we guess? Should we have a guess of how many times my voice cracks? Okay. Let's do this. Can we hear it? Can you guys hear it? That's what's important. Okay. Ready to do the thing. Now I will tell you what I've done for you. 50,000 tears I've cried, screaming, deceiving, and bleeding for you. And you still won't hear me. Don't want your hand this time, I'll save myself. Maybe I'll wake up for once, not tormented daily, defeated by you. Just when I thought I'd reach the bottom, I'm dying again. I'm going under, drowning you. I'm controlling the thoughts in my head. So I can't trust myself anymore. I'm dying again. I'm going under, drowning you. I'm falling forever. I've got to break through. I'm so go on and scream, scream at me. I'm so far away. I won't be broken again. I've got to breathe. I can't keep going under. Forgot to breathe. Quick. Oh shit, no time. I'm dying again. I'm going under, drowning you. I'm falling forever. I've got to break through. I'm going under, going under. I'm going under. Whew! Mars, I hope that made up for my absolute terrible even flow the other day. I think is that what it's called? Is it called even flow? I hope that well made up for it. This is the bread and butter. We know what we're doing here. When it's a song we know, we can make it happen. The other thing was a bit unhinged, but thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope we did it justice. Excellent. You've got to go. Yes, I'm glad you stayed for that, Saul. Enjoy your stream. Thank you for stopping by. God, I'm glad I missed even flow. Oh, trust me. You love the I'm glad you did. Yeah, a clip of that ended up on my Instagram, guys. If you don't want the whole thing, you can get a portion of it. Courtesy of Kat. FanoCat decided to clip the absolute chaos. Yeah, Shadow was concerned. Shadow was very concerned. Instagram. There we go. There it is. I think. There we go. But yeah, so if you missed that and you would like that, that's over there. It was chaos. It was giving full, like, wine mom mode. Let's move over here. Oh, where did I put this? Because we need to... Chaos! Come on. There we go. Okay. So we're back over here now. We need to flip these pins. Because I'm concerned about, I want to stitch them a specific way, and so we need to do that to make it not a pain in the ass. So we're going to do that real quick. Oh, let's put the other music back on now. That was good. I feel like that was a well-deserved break. I feel like we got pumped, we got hyped, we're ready to go on to the next. Okay, it's good. We're good. Alright, let's flip these pins so we know what we're doing. And we will. I think we also need to have a snack, guys. Let's open up the granola bar. Nature Valley, sponsor me, please. This is a new one, too. This is like a fruit and chocolate granola bar, and it's fabulous. Non-spawn. Wish spawn. Desire for spawn. Wow. Flipping these pins. And then we'll sew the other side. And then we'll... Oh, I guess we should have ironed... Do we need to iron the seam flat? We'll do that after. We'll do it after. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So we gotta iron out both sets of seams anyway. And I assume by doing so... Oh no, we'll do it over the side. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm talking myself through it. We know what we're doing. It's okay. It's okay. We know what's going on. It's okay. Yeah, it's only Tuesday. So once this is done, if it doesn't absolutely suck, I'm optimistic, guys. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let's go into this with some positive thinking. It's gonna be grand. 10 out of 10. Excellent job. Yeah, we need to make the tie, the necktie, and then we need to make the belt, and we have to then sew in the elastic waistband, finish the bottom hem, and then we're done. So it doesn't sound like a lot of steps, but it's enough steps. I'm hoping, so the neckband and the belt should be pretty self-explanatory. Like, they should go smoothly, hopefully. That is my optimistic want. That is my want. These are, we did not move that, so that should be straight and that should be lined up. Okay. Operation sew the other side. Move you guys. Let's keep bringing you on so many adventures. This is a multi-stage, multi-step, multi-angle process. There's a lot going on all the time. This feels like too much of an angle. I don't know. It's fine. Is it? This is an aggressive angle. How did that happen? How did that happen? Oh, there we go. There we go. Maybe, sort of, kind of. Jeez. We've just divulged into chaos over here. It's fine. Righty-tighty. Here we go. Sure. Good enough. Okay. Bring you guys over here. Bring this over here. We don't have to words. We don't have to sew all the way down because we are putting a slit in here. But yeah, that is a future us problem. Should we have done that first? No, I don't think so. I don't think we needed to. Yeah, no. Nope, nope, nope. We were supposed to, yeah, we do all this first. It's okay. We're following the instructions. We're doing well, friends. We're A-okay. Excellent. How are we doing? Okay. Where do we put the thing? Okay, it's here. It's fine. Right. First we back stitch. Oh, I hope that wasn't too tall of a back stitch. It's fine. It's lined up, so even if one is shorter than the other, it shouldn't be super wonky. Famous last words. just need to trust the process. We're just trusting. It's fine. Everything is fine. Knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti. Hopefully I didn't make this seam too big. I don't think I did. Hopefully we're still within our allotted seam allowance. We just be out here overthinking everything. Sorry, the beat dropped and the chill pop, and one must always. I don't know. Okay. Coming to the edge. One step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Please be even. Hopefully we have done this correctly. I guess we don't need the top and bottom, or the tops to have. We didn't need to mark off the tops with needles anymore, so we can take these out. All of our threads. Oh, she feels heavy. She dense. Which I guess is good. Maybe? I don't know. It's like light, but it feels like weighted. If that makes sense. Okay. So that side, we've cut the bits off. Now we gotta do the same to this side. Now we gotta open up the seams. Flatten out them seams. And then we gotta finish the raw edges for our slit in the leg, which is gonna be done very similarly to the way we've done this back piece with the slit back here. Which you guys, we're not here to witness, but I promise you it'll be fine. slightly uneven, but it's fine. We're just gonna hem it. Alright, let's bring you guys over here again. Actually, here is probably good because I think we need to use the edge of the ironing board for this. So do that. Turn you guys around. Have another bite of granola bar. Turn you guys this way. Hello. Maybe pop you up a bit. Okay. So now we're gonna snake the sides of the dress through the ironing board so that we can iron out these edges flat. Make the sense, hopefully. Not perfect, but it's fine. 'Tis good enough. Hopefully. So the idea is if we've done this correctly, then the edges that we have sewn won't fray because yeah, we've sewn these two pieces to, like, we've sewn the fray bits, and then we sewed it together. And then when you press it, the idea is that you don't have any raw edges exposed along here because they're all tucked in. We have some that we might need to cut because they're like pretty long. But that is okay. That seems all right. This looks even. This still looks pretty even, so that is giving me some confidence. That was only the half one though. This is the full one that's really jankily uneven at the bottom. But as long as the top bits are even, then I will be happy. We got some puckering going, but I'm under the assumption that this dress pattern is gonna be very like flowy and like pretty big and therefore forgiven. Like it'll be very forgiving in its silhouette. So like if we, aka I, like made some kind of wonky stuff as I'm wearing it, it'll all be flowing together, so it shouldn't matter. At least that is my optimistic interpretation of this. So we did like, yeah, we do have some sort of wonky inner seams, but I think that is good because we were trying to circumvent some of the puckering. So I'd rather have the inside of the dress look kind of ugly so that the outside of the dress doesn't, you know what I mean? I feel like it's very similar to cross stitch where it's like the back of the project doesn't matter, the inside of the project doesn't matter. The only thing obviously is because you're wearing it, I guess there's the potential for like chafing and stuff of like the seams and things, but it's fine. Again, it's billowy, so it shouldn't matter. That shouldn't impact the wearability of it. I hope. One can hope. The seams aren't entirely flat, but I also think it's because the seams themselves are not entirely straight. So that is fine. How does that look? That one doesn't look as even, but it looks good enough. Okay. I'm not prepared to turn it inside out yet until we finish the back section, but this is the inside out tube version of the dress so far. She is a sheath, she is a tube. Excellent. So now we just need to finish the leg piece. So we will do that over here. Calm down. Turn this off. So I'm going to... So what we're going to be doing is finishing this leg slit. So luckily, well, I did it on one side. I marked out the 5/8 seam allowance on this side that we're going to be folding in, and then we're going to do the 1/4 inch one. But we're going to go back over, actually, since we're at the ironing station and I have this marked out, we can iron this out now because we have it here. So basically what the instructions said for that back portion, it's similar to what we did for the arms as well, where you fold in 5/8 of an inch, which I've marked out the two, like I doubled that in order to fold it. We match it up, and then we do a 1/4 of an inch under. So we're basically just folding it back in on itself to catch the seams. Now because the bottom is uneven, I'm just gonna roughly do this here. I guess the bottom itself isn't uneven, it's just the panels that are uneven in their attachment, so that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, so while we're here, we might as well do this one, and then we can go back to the other side of the table and we can mark out the other one. So we're doing, we have a half hour left. It would be nice if we could get this slit done, and then that means we can get the entire tube finished. That would be excellent. If it doesn't happen, that's fine. We can work on it on Thursday, or I can finish it off stream. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see how many steps there's left to determine how much of this I need to work on off stream. Whether or not. is our 1/4 inch we're folding over, and then just for good measure, I'm going to go back in and re-iron the fold with this 1/4 inch seam allowance turned in as well. So we're going to go back and flip this back along its original fold line here. Okay, so that one is done. So now we gotta mark off and do the other one. Because we do need to have both of them folded, like, because we're basically doing it in a single stitch. We have to take it, sew it, rotate it, go back around. So we do need both sides to be done before we start. So stick you back over here. Move you back over here. Flip you guys around here. Move this chair over here. And we need this guy and this guy. Okay, so this guy is done. Which has given us our nice finished edge there, but now we gotta do the same on the other side. This is a lot. I guess it's not. I was gonna say it's more complicated when now there's like another piece of fabric to contend with, but it's not that bad. It's just, there we go. Okay, so we need to mark off 5/8. We gotta double it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 1/4, but I don't use the imperial system, so I count every time. We're not fighting against the fabric. Usually I only do music without words. I guess because we're over the 2-hour line, so it's decided. Because I think it said it had 2 hours worth of like no song lyric or vocals. But I'm not mad at that one. That one can stay. We don't hate it. Okay, so we're just marking out. This is like, yeah, it was. I guess it was chill pop, but yeah, I guess a lot of chill pop ends up being like It's like sexy pop. It's like the kind of music that plays when two people enter a bedroom in like an indie rom-com. Now we're back to none of that. Yeah, no problem. Were you able to get it sorted? I hope it went all right. We've ironed our first set of this finishing seam. Don't know where I've hidden it. There it is. And now we're just marking off the second one to do the same thing before we sew it together. No, I hate whatever it looks. Oh, yeah. I noticed that too, actually, that my Outlook like updated itself, and now where you like write new mail, like where you would send a new email, it's like in a different location and stuff. To be fair, I find the desktop Outlook absolutely trash and compared to the like phone version. I find the phone version so much like more streamlined, and so you're not dealing with as much nonsense, whereas I find the desktop version is an absolute mess. That's annoying it's not sorted though. Okay. Do. Almost done marking our 5/8 inch hem. And then we're gonna fold over and iron, and then fold under our seams, or our raw edge, sorry. And then we will be ready to do the thing. Again, rotate you, rotate you, and rotate you. Excuse me. Nicely. think if we get this done, then tomorrow's job, well, we'll see actually, because I'm wondering how much time do we have? We've got a half hour. So we might be able to start on the neckband, or if, you know, that's optimistically, if this goes well, we can start on the neckband, and then after that will be, I think it'll be the like elastic waistband, which I need to figure out how to do, and then the belt, and then that's it, which is nuts to think about. So we are coming to the end of this, which is, I say that, like, so the fact that we, you know, 6 streams, essentially 2 weeks, working on this. My first time ever making a dress. So it's been an interesting ride, but I feel like it is going well so far, so that's all we can ask of it. I'm a bit concerned, like I said, about the bottom, but we can always, as long as the top part is proportioned correctly, we can always just like cut the bottom off when we do like our hem and stuff. So I'm not as worried about that. It's more as long as the proportions are all correct. I think that is the main thing we need to make sure occurs. Press either of these ends for good measure. Okay, now this is wonky. Alright, once again, all we can do is our best. If I remember correctly, let's take a look at this. Yeah, we want to go as far to the inside line here as possible to catch those seams. Okay, to the sewing machine. Snack break. All right. So the way this works is we sew down the line, and we keep our needle in, and we pivot, and then go along the other side. I think both sides are gonna result in there being a lot of fabric in the way. No, actually less so. So if we do this way, and then we rotate, and then we go back the other way, then all the fabric should stay on this side, so that should be okay, I think. I believe so. No. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right. I worked out that as long as I'm on the sort of outside edge of the presser foot, that should be okay. So we've just done a bit of a back stitch. Now we're gonna do the thing. I actually prefer this method to like the finishing the seams method and stuff, because this just looks really clean every time. I don't know, it's a really nice finish. To the end, we're going to go past the point, sort of meet the other seams, like the other folded edges we did at the top part of this, pivot over top of them, and then continue up the other side. Here. This needs to be pulled in quite a bit, but we're not going to worry. Should we worry about that now? I don't know. To sew past this point here, push in, pull up, pivot, so rotate the fabric, push this down, pivot again so that all of this is at the back. Ooh, this is good. This is going to be a lot of fabric in here. It's fine. Okay. Just want to make sure that this is really cinched in here because we do have fraying happening up there. I just really want to catch this. Catch these frays. This doesn't feel... Ah! We didn't put the foot back down. That's a bad idea. It's okay. It's okay, I think. Why am I struggling with this? Just do the thing. There we go. Okay. Hopefully. It's fine. Okay, I think we're back to the regular scheduled programming. I think this is happening the way we need it to. We just end up screwing this up. There we go. The edge just likes to sneak away from the presser foot and like bunch up, and we don't want that. Stay in your lane, seam. Home stretch. Home stretch, you guys. Such focus. I think because we don't have any, like, pins. Guys, you can tell it's almost 6 o'clock because Tasha's brain is shutting down. Definitely losing steam. But yeah, I think that's why I'm like more paranoid because we don't have any pins in here, so it's just trying to, my brain's really shut down. Yeah, honestly, right? Like, the brain is not braining right now. done. We're almost done. Okay. Leg done. Iron that out, and then we have successfully achieved a sheath. Sheath be sheathin'. Side here. I think we can actually flip it to the right side. Hi, baby. How you doing? Hey? Hi, Shadow. You saying hi to everyone? Yeah. Did you have a nice nap? Ugh. Thing. We're gonna move this back over here. Yeah, we're almost done, bud. Yeah, we're almost done. Yeah, we can flip this. Actually, okay. Let's iron these bits. No, you cannot have the granola bar. I can give you the wrapper. Here. There you go. So if we iron these halves, and then we take time to iron the whole thing. And then Thursday will be the day we make the drawstring for the neck. That's what it's called in the pattern. I kept trying to think, I'm like, I don't know, string thing? What is it? It's the drawstring for the neck. Hopefully our, the lines we made to outline the, whatchamacallit, where we're putting the elastic still exists. Oh yeah, ever so faintly, we can still see it. Okay, that's good. I was paranoid for a second. I was like, I don't know if we can see this. Okay, so here it is. Shiny side up, the correct side. Let's iron her. Beautiful armholes that we hope don't look too unnecessarily billowy when all is said and done. But we're gonna have faith. We're gonna have faith. The string thing, exactly. It's the string thing. And then this is the keyhole back here. once we iron this, we'll just have a little nose of what our next steps are for Thursday. And then we will raid out. So if anyone has any raid suggestions, feel free to drop them in the chat. If not, we will go and see which of our friends is online. I'm waiting on my boss to send me an address so I can buy something on Amazon, so I learned to work Amazon. No! Oh, that's annoying. And I'm sure she's taking her sweet, sweet time. You're like, listen, I got smut to get back to. Chop, chop, lady. So much smut, so little time. So don't waste mine. She is. I'm logging out. I'll do this later. Yeah, truly. You're like, listen. Yeah, one side is so much longer than the other. I feel like that's going to be a concern. I don't know. I think if we do need to try to fix it from here, like if the armholes are drastically uneven, we can probably like seam rip the neck fold and refold it further down to even it out again if we need to. So there are fixes we can do to the finished product if it isn't laying the way we want it to. Hopefully. That is my optimistic thinking about the situation. Yeah, it's this wonky, uneven shit here that we're gonna have to fix later. We'll fix it in post. It's not like 100% perfectly ironed, but it's not bad. Okay, so this is the current progress. We've not hemmed it yet, so we'll see how she goes. I definitely think it's too long as of right now, but that's okay. If anything, it's probably in our best interest that it's too long because it's currently unevenly too long, and so then we can fix it, which is going to be awesome. And then we have our little slit in the side here, so we can have an Angelina Jolie moment, like ba-bam. But shoes, yeah, well, I'm planning to wear these ones with it. They're like sandals, but I guess I could wear proper heels with them if I needed to. But I was gonna wear the sandals because I don't want to get blisters, so I made that mistake. So we can fold this up and take a little look at what we need to work on Thursday. So we've gone up to 15. So we've done 15 of 31. So we're halfway, guys. Not bad. We're halfway and we got 2 days left. Technically 3. So I think that's not bad. So Thursday we are doing the drawstring, which I'm hoping doesn't take very long. And then the next part is the waistline casing, which I am concerned about. But I'll watch the stitch along so I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we're doing elastic, and then, geez, we're gonna be finishing and then making the belt. I wonder if we make the belt and the neck drawstring at the same time, just because it'll be similar concepts. Because it's like the same thing. And those are two things that seem much more simple to me than whatever this scary stuff is. But yeah. Cool. So drawstring and belt on Thursday, and then casing we will figure out. Maybe we get to it on Thursday, maybe that's a Friday job. And then that actually works out really well because then the finishing job I can do with my mom, and then she can help me fix any potential errors that may have occurred in terms of the lengthening and shortening of things. But yeah. Here, let's move you guys over here. Let's have a little seat. Let's unplug this. Let's rotate over here. We can turn this off. Move over here. And go find someone to raid. Whoop. But yeah, I'd say we've achieved everything that we decided to achieve today, which was put the panels together to make a sheath, and sheath success, which is excellent, right? Whoop whoop! We did it. Now let's see which one of our friends is online, and we can go give them a little raid. I'll give you guys the raid message. And then we'll go and see. Oh, Sutherland's online. We've not seen him for a while. There's so many friends that we've not hung out with and said hello to in a minute. Let's go and see. Let's pause that. Let's go Do, 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 do. Yeah, let's go see Pat. Patty Pat Pat, Sutherland Handmade. We will go do that. And then, yeah, I will see you guys Thursday, where we're making a drawstring, making a belt, maybe doing some casing. I'm gonna learn what that means. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out today, guys, and I will see you Thursday. Bye!